Okay, hello everyone, so welcome back to another video. This is going to be a different video because we're actually doing a football video this time, and this is on the Premier League predictions for the 2021-2022 season, and yeah, congrats for Man City to winning it this season. So let's hop on right into it. So the first team in 20th is Norwich. Now I put them because they're kind of the team that will go up and down from the Premier League and Championship, but they won't do too great. They'll get relegated straight away. They have got Teemu Pukki, who's good, and I'm not sure if he'll have a great Euros because he's with Finland, obviously. But yeah, they have got some good players, but I don't think they'll be enough to stay in the Premier League. So in 19th, I've got Brentford. Now, it's their first time being in the Premier League, but I put them in 19th because I think it was like Leeds United this season. It's their first time being in it for like 16 years, and they finished in the top half. But Brentford aren't going to do as well, but I think they're going to do. They're not going to finish bottom. I think they're going to get some results in, so against like the big teams and stuff. I think one of their players, Ivan Toney, got the top goal scorer in the Championship, so I think he'll do pretty well. In 18th, I put Brighton. Now I think finally their resistance is going to wear off, and I think they are going to finish in a relegation spot. Because they've been like 16th, 15th, 17th, 15th for like the past 5 seasons or so. So they're just avoiding relegation each season. But I think this season they will go down, because I mean they have got Neil Maupay and all that talent. They beat Man City, but that's after Man City won the title. It's like what Liverpool did 2 seasons ago. So I think Brighton will go down this season. So next I put Watford, and I think they will survive for the season after next. They've got Troy Deeney up front, they've got Sarr, they've got a lot of really good players. They've got the cycling GK as their goalkeeper, Bren Foster. So I think they're going to do decent this season. I'm not sure they're going to finish above the relegation zone comfortably. I think it's going to be only like a 1 or 2 point difference between them and Brighton. But I think they're going to do alright, honestly. So next I've got Southampton, and they'll just hope that they don't lose by 9-0 again, because at the 2 previous seasons they've lost 9-0, one against Leicester, one against Man United. Probably this season it will come against someone like Burnley. So if that's actually correct, I'm going to be flabbergasted. But yeah, so I think Southampton, they'll do alright. They've got Danny Ings, they've got James Ward-Prowse, who's a free kick master, but I think possibly he might go to a bigger club in January. I think that'll happen. And they've got Jan Bednarek, who's a giant. Minamino's returning back to Liverpool, so that's quite a big loss for them because he was on loan. And I think they're going to finish 16th. So next I've got Burnley. Now I've got Burnley here because I think they're a team that will do decent one season, and then they'll drop a couple of places the next, and then they go back up there again. But I think they're going to finish 15th this season. They've got Wood and Barnes up front, who on their day can score against anyone. They beat Wolves 4-0, which not many teams have done. And they've got McNeil, who's a talent. They've got Ben Mee, James Tarkowski. They've got a lot of good players, but I think some results like 2-0, 1-0, 2-1s against just mid-table teams will cost them. So I think they're going to finish 15th. Alright, next is Wolves. Now I think Wolves are going to finish 14th because I mean they have got Raul Jimenez back, but here's the thing, a lot of players are returning to like bigger clubs and stuff, so they're going to struggle for a lot of form. Also, they didn't have Diogo Jota this season because they got sold to Liverpool. So I think Wolves are going to do all right. They're not going to finish on too many points. I predict they'll finish on about like 40 points, I guess, and I think that'll be enough for them to finish mid-bottom half. So the next team I've put is Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace always finish 12th, 11th, 10th. That's literally, or 13th, as I put here, is literally the only places that they even come in the Premier League. And Roy Hodgson is leaving, and a lot of their players are going to be leaving, but I still think they'll sign a couple of good ones. Because they're Crystal Palace, they can do a lot of business, and they'll sign decent players, and so I think they're going to do all right. They're going to finish 13th. I mean, they've got Wilfried Zaha, who is an amazing talent, but I think he's going to go to a bigger club in January of next year. So next I've got Newcastle. Now I've got Newcastle because they're amazing. Newcastle, I really like that. I really like them. I think with Alan St-Maximin and Callum Wilson and John Joe Shelvey, all those attackers up front. Unfortunately, Joe Willock is returning back to Arsenal, but yeah, if they were to permanently buy Joe Willock, then I think they do a lot better than what I put them. But yeah, I think they're going to do okay. I think they're going to finish 12th. They're going to have a couple of wins against a big team. I think they're going to win against Manchester United or Leicester or someone. So I think they're going to do alright. They're going to finish nearly top half. In 11th place, I've got Aston Villa. Now, last year, they were a shock to finish in 11th place. It was like, wow, how did they do so good? And now I think it's just going to be casual for them to finish in 11th because they've got a really strong team. They've got Ross Barkley. I'm not sure if he was on loan, but if he isn't, then they're going to do very, very well. Jack Grealish is going to be back. They've got, what's his name? It's their striker. It'll come to me at some point. And they've got Avi Martinez in net. So yeah, I think they're going to do quite well. In 10th, I've put Everton. Now, I made these predictions on the 29th of May, and today, Carlo Ancelotti has joined Real Madrid. So I think they're going to do. I think they're still going to finish 10th, but because they've got the same players. But it's just what manager they're bringing will really depend. If they bring in someone like Sam Allardyce or someone, they're not going to do too great. But if they bring in, if Zinedine Zidane wants a chance, then they're going to have a chance of winning it, aren't they? Because he's Zinedine Zidane. But they've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They've got people like Richarlison, James Rodriguez, who I call my brother, so watch some videos with him. And yeah, I think they'll do decent this season, top half. Would you count 10 as top half or bottom half? I'm going to count it as top half. So I think they'll finish top half. Okay, so next I've put Leeds. Sorry for that lighting thing, but next I put Leeds. And I put Leeds because they've got some really good players. They've got Patrick Bamford. They've got Jack Harrison, who's unfortunately returning to Man City. They've got Rafinha, who could be going to Liverpool. They've got Stuart Dallas. They've got Costa. They've got a lot of good players, especially because of their manager Marcelo Bielsa. Yeah, I think they're going to do well again. I think they finished 9th this season. And I know someone from HRTC Sport, another YouTube channel, who isn't too happy about that. So the next team is going to be West Ham. Now West Ham, unfortunately, Jesse Lingard's returning back to Manchester United, but I think they are going to permanently sign a proper cam for this season, and I think they're going to do very, very well. I think they're going to finish 8th, not as good as they did this season, because they're in Europe actually. They're in the Europa League for next season, which is a big achievement for them after finishing 16th the previous season before. So I think they're going to do decent. They've got Jared Bowen, they've got Antonio, they've got a lot of really good players who could score a lot of goals. So yeah, I think they're going to finish 8th. And the next team I put is Arsenal. Now I think they're going to finish in a Conference League spot, because they have got some good players. They've got Martinelli, they've got Pepe, they've got players who can really, shock the audience that's watching their games, and they've got a lot of youngsters like Smith Rowe, Pepe, but I think Arsenal got scammed with Pepe, because Pepe came from Lille, and then Lille went on to win the Ligue 1. So yeah, I think Arsenal are they're going to do it right. So next I put Spurs. Now they're in the Conference League for next season, but I think they're going to finish in a Europa League spot for this season. And even though they're going to lose Harry Kane, I think they're going to sign a good striker. Not like in the Haaland and Mbappe ranks, but someone that's quite good that they can permanently sign. I think if they permanently sign Vinicius from Benfica, I think they're going to do very well. I think they'll be his main striker. So so they've got Son, like many good players out in those positions, but it's just Harry Kane is a massive loss for them. So next I put Chelsea. Now they are the European champions, but I think they're going to slip up a little bit, because their squad actually, the new signings like Kai Havertz and Timo Werner and Ziyech, all of them, they only really came in any importance in the Champions League. In the Premier League, they barely scored any goals. So I think that they're going to get a little bit worse this season. I don't think they're going to have any contributions at all in the Premier League. I mean, they might have one or two, but I think they're going to focus more on the Champions League to try and get 2 wins on the bounce. So I put them in 5th, just out of the Champions League spots, but they're automatically, if they win the Champions League again, then they're automatically in the Champions League for next season because they won it, and they finished in the top 4. But if they finish here and win the Champions League, then they're already in the Champions League again. So yeah. Next I put Leicester. Now I think they're finally going to finish in the top 4, and I think they'll have a quite good Champions League as well. Leicester, they've got Jamie Vardy and James Maddison, like such good talent, and I'm surprised that they haven't finished in the Champions League since 2015-16. And I think they're finally going to break the curse of finishing 5th every season and bottling it. I think they're going to do very strong defensively. I think they're going to be one of the best defensive teams, but not very high scoring. I think they're going to score like 50 goals or something, 50 to 60 goals this season. And I think they're just going to have quite a decent season. So in 3rd, I put Man United. So you know the top 2, what I put. So in 3rd, I put Man United because they have got quite good players actually. They've got Cavani, they've got Greenwood, Rashford, Pogba, McTominay, and they've got a lot of youngsters coming through the ranks as well, like Dan James. But they've also might sign Jadon Sancho, which will make him even better than they are. But I don't think they're in the Haaland race. I think they're going to have a decent season. They're not going to do as well as they did last season, and you'll find out why in a sec. Okay, so next I've put Man City, so you know who I've put as the champion. So Man City, they've lost Sergio Aguero to Barcelona, which is like a big hit in the heart. They finished runners-up in the Champions League. They won the league this season, but they've got a lot of good talent like KDB, Ederson, Diaz, you can't get nothing past him, Mahrez, Sterling, Torres coming up through the ranks. But they're just going to have to find a striker. If they get Erling Haaland, my predictions might change because Haaland is an absolute beast. So yeah, I think they're going to finish 2nd. But what I'm very confused about is why, Pep Guardiola, did you not play a CDM in the Champions League final? You're just giving Chelsea a win, aren't you? But enough about that. Let's go on to the first team. In 1st place, I've put Liverpool. Now, I've put Liverpool because, I mean, they're going to get Virgil van Dijk back. They signed Konate. They might get Rafinha. Salah's finished second in the Golden Boot race. They've got Thiago, Wijnaldum's unfortunately leaving. Alisson is a goal scorer. They've got Alexander-Arnold, Robbo, Hendo's back, Fabinho, Mane. They've just got too much talent for the rest of the league, and I think they might reach the Centurion mark. And I think they're going to win the Champions League as well. Big statement, but I think Liverpool are going to win the Champions League as well. They're not going to win the FA Cup or the League Cup, but I think that they are going to win quite a lot of competitions. So, yeah, that has been my Premier League predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please jump on the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. We are edging to 20 subs. We were on 13, and if you're wondering where that Korean video has gone, took it down because I'm not going to be continuing that series. So if you like that, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be continuing it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.